Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel. So here are the 4 things that I'm going to do, program for you, that are the things that I did at the virtual TI conference. There's the Borel dice problem, there's the broken stick, factoring quadratics, and random chords. And I'll do each one on a different video, and you'll be able to stop and go and watch at your leisure. And I hope it's helpful, and you can always reach out to me as well. So the Borel dice problem is this. You're going to roll a 10-sided die, then a 20-sided die, then a 30-sided die. Will the results be in strictly increasing order? And so I'd like to do this with a simulation first using Python, and then we will actually generate all of the rolls, and we'll use the Python script to keep count of how many of these scenarios actually turn out in strictly increasing order. I'm going to do all of my coding in the document preview, not the handheld preview. I feel like I have a little bit more space, so I'm going to start out here. I'm going to insert a new page, and I'm going to add a Python script down there at the bottom, and I will call this the Borel. And for the blank program, I'm going to go ahead and select a random simulation, so it will give me the things I need right off the top. And the only other thing I will probably need to add is the TI system module. So I'm going to go up here to the wrench and go down to more modules and go over to the TI system. And then from TI system, I'm going to choose import. And that's going to set me up pretty good. So what I'd like to do is this. I want to start out. I'm going to need something to keep count of how many times this thing occurs. So I will call my count. I'm going to initialize that to be equal to 0. And then let's just do this 100 times. So I'm going to create a for loop for I in range, if I could only spell, for I in range 100. And I'll put a colon at the end of that. And I'm going to create 3 variables using the randint command, which comes with a random, which I imported at the top. So I'll have one die be A, that'll be my 10-sided die, so that's rand int from 1 to 10. And then I want B to be a rand int from 1 to 20. And then I want C to be a rand int from 1 to 30. And what I'm interested in is, no, I did not mean to put a colon there, sorry about that. What I'm interested in is if A is less than B is less than C, that is strictly increasing order, then I want to add 1 to my count. And then when I am done, I want to print out whatever the value of the count is. And so let's Command B on the Mac or Control B to save it. And then I'll Command Run or Control Run to run it. And so there was 39 times out of 100. And there's 40 times out of 100, 42, and 47. So I've got, I can just keep clicking Control R on my keyboard. That's what I would do in my class. I would probably run this from my laptop and use it more as a demonstration, but the kids could build this program themselves. Now, let me go back to this for just a moment. Let me go back to this. And what I would like to do is this. I would like to repeat this 100 times. And every time I do this whole thing, I would like to take the value of count and put it into another list. So I'd like to see the distribution of this if possible. So I'm going to go up here to the top of my program. I'm going to define an empty list. That's going to be the data. And I'm going to define it like this. And I'm going to do another for loop because I want to repeat this entire process another 100 times. So I'll go for J in range 100. And then I just need to grab all of this data and just tab on my keyboard so I can indent it so it is where I would like it there. And then every time I'm still going to do this little loop here 100 times. That's 100 trials. So when I get the value of count, I want to put that into my data list. So data.append count. I could only spell count correctly. So there's count. And then what I need to do, and this is the reason I imported the TI system. What I would like to do is I would like to take that data set and kind of put it into a data and statistics page so I could see a distribution if I could. So I'm going to go up here to the wrench icon, go down to more modules, go to TI system, and then I'm going to choose store list. And I could probably have typed this in, store list, and I'm going to do data on the data and statistics page, and I will do data for my Python list. So let me grab this and with a control. Oh, I see. Got to space one more time in for that for the data. Actually, I want to delete that out. I don't want it that. Need to put it like that. So I'll Control B, Control R. Perfect. So 46 times, and let's insert a data and statistics page. And here is all my data. And let me squeeze this down just a little bit in both directions so we can kind of get a better feel for that. Now right there is 50%, and there's only 2 times out of 100 where this occurred more than half the time. So I think this is an unlikely thing to happen. Each dot, that's 46 times out of 100 trials, and then I've done 100 trials of that. So I've done 46 there, there's 39. One time it came out 55. Now this is pretty powerful in the Python. So instead of for J and range 1,000 or 100, I'm going to make that 1,000 trials. And you can see what happens down here at the bottom. You can see this, how it will change. So I will run it. That's something else, man. That is very quick, very powerful, a nice bell-shaped distribution. And it appears to me that 50 or more does not happen very often. I could probably do the count and see what that would be, but it does not happen very often. So there is my Borel dice. If you'd like to copy this and add to it, feel free. And look for the next video on the broken stick.